Well, hey, what's going on, everybody? Josh Lockhart here, Young Pro Showcase, first one of 2021. It's going to be a lot of fun because I've packed the house. We have a bunch of my friends here, a bunch of my fellow young pros, and we're not going to waste any time. We're just gonna bring them all in, and we have some more. We might even have some more stopping by, so you might just get like a whole bunch for the price of one. So we have out in California, Mr. Bhavin Singh. We have right here in Georgia, like just down the road, Miss Farah Shelley. And by way of New York, over in North Carolina, Miss Janae Cherie. What's up, y'all?
What's up?
Hey, fam.
I would say that everybody's looking extra tan, but I don't know. I haven't been keeping tabs. So anyway, let's just jump into it. This is the first showcase of 2021, right? So we're officially kicked off. We had our Young Pro kickoff. If anybody didn't see it, youngproshowcase.com. youngproshowcase.com. It'll take you to our YouTube channel, which will take you to this video, but you can figure it out. It's there. But anyway, we all just got back from hanging out in Mexico. I don't know about you guys, but I, for one, had a great time. So I know that we've all talked. So we're going to talk about experiences. We're going to talk about kind of what went down. I'm going to try to get some dirt on any one of you if I can. I don't know if that's possible. But I know Michelle, your time is limited with us. So now you've been on here before, and I think you travel more than pretty much anybody I know. I mean, is that a fair statement?
I'm gonna be biased. I don't think so, but many do.
Janae, what do you think on that? Yeah. So anyway, so have you been to Riviera Maya before, by the way?
Yes, I have.
So this is like, whatever.
No, this was amazing. I've been to the Hard Rock in Cancun. I've never been to the one in Riviera Maya. And so the one that Legal Shield sent us to was amazing. It was huge. I want to say it was about 3 to 4 times bigger than the one that I've been to. And to have our own water park, I still feel like none of us were really able to get to everything in the resort. It was so big.
I'm super sad. Did you go to the water park? Did you go down the slide?
No, I took a picture by it just to show that I made it over there, but I didn't get a chance to go down the slide.
Did you got Janae, Bob, and did you guys go down the slide?
I'm not a big fan. Oh, go ahead, Janae.
No, you go, because mine is embarrassing, but you go ahead.
Okay, well, mine's embarrassing too. I hate roller coasters, and I don't do well on water slides.
I
gotta overcome.
I was actually bullied into doing it, and not the one where you go down like this, but like the one where you get the board and go face down, and then a circle, and it keeps going in a circle. It was so dark. I was like, oh my gosh, am I gonna make it out of here alive?
You couldn't even see your hand in front of your face.
You can't. But I'm guilty of the adrenaline rush was so crazy that I actually did it 6 times in a row. It was crazy. You can just picture me
So we did
it. It was lit.
Oh, I know. We did it for 30 minutes. My wife, she dragged us over there, and we're like, we don't feel like going. It was 30 minutes before they stopped. And after 30 minutes, we're like, we're idiots. We should have been here the entire time. It was so much fun.
Sweet. It looked amazing.
Yeah. So Miss Shelley, I mean, you've been on a bunch of trips. How many Legal Shield trips do you think you've been on?
Legal Shield spoils us, so it's kind of hard to keep up.
She's sounding like
2014, so maybe I want to say at least. I believe this was either my 4th or 5th one since I've been in business. I want to say number 4. Yeah.
You get after. I don't want to say you get used to it, but it's right. Oh, I go on trips. That's what I do.
It's very much such an honor. And I'll say this for anyone who's watching, who has ever been through anything trivial during their career in Legal Shield, because you guys know I love the group sales. I picked up the networking. So usually, hey, group sales, this is what you have to do. Boom, boom. But for me, this was my first experience where I had to move the needle, move to the networking side by choice in regards to running to earn the trip. And I didn't initially earn it with the primary requirements, right? What they initially put out there for the quarter. But then Legal Shield is amazing. They came out with another run. Hey, if you do this, you can qualify. You can go. You can be put in a raffle. And, I'm like, there is no way in heck. Yes, I've had a rough year. But if they're telling me I have another chance to get this trip that I usually don't miss, I'm going to run for it. And that's exactly what I did. Super exciting to find out at work that I earned the trip. So I have to say, yes, you can never get too comfortable with earning these trips because it is very much work. But what I love about Legal Shield is work, the simple things to do what we love doing anyways, which is help people and just put an opportunity in front of others. So very grateful, very much grateful after the crazy year last year. We won't even talk about 2020, but super happy that I was on this trip. I felt like, I got tired of seeing Bob and Janae, yourself, everyone else virtually. And it was just great seeing everybody in person, being able to hang out. I almost felt like it wasn't even COVID simply because although they had the requirements in place and, everyone was still remaining social distancing and things of that nature, it was really good to see each other. It's definitely good to see everyone. So.
For 1 second until you finish the end of that sentence, I thought you were going to say, I was so sick of seeing you guys.
Oh,
I know. And then you said ... on Zoom.
Okay.
No, I was sick of seeing you guys virtually. It felt good for all of us to be physically in one place, having a good time, taking a mental break, if you will. That felt amazing. I have to say.
So I'm going to do something that I'm probably going to get in trouble for, but Rayvon Self he's got my back on this. Who was the man that you had?
Really? Really? I know everyone in Legal Shield is probably like, Shelly is I was a lesbian prior to, because I never brought a man on this trip, since we're having this conversation.
The only reason we're on here today is to find out about your love life.
Yes, that is the gentleman I am dating. Yes, for once in a lifetime, Shelly has brought a man on a Legal Shield trip. Because, of course, it was always my girlfriends. I brought my mom, but obviously, he's passed quite a few tests if he made it there to my business family. So,
yeah.
I'm laughing. So,
Ray's bailing on me. He said he can't help me. He's bailing on me.
But, hey, I definitely, yes, the gentleman I'm dating, very good guy. And I will say this, after seeing the culture, hanging around my business fam, because he knew that was a part of the package. This is how I make my money. This is my family. Yeah. And so we get home and he starts to ask me, although he's not interested in joining the business right now, which I'm completely fine with, but supporting, he asked me, hey, what would be the script or a 2-liner? I don't want a video or anything, but a 2-liner for me to tell someone as far as the membership or the opportunity to send them your way. If I'm just in a random conversation. So I'm like, okay, yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, the gentleman I'm dating now. So.
Well, it's like, he's got to know something, so you can guys go on more trips.
Absolutely. I think he sees the value in that too.
Fair. That's so cool. So, I'm gonna save you for not last, Bobbin, but here in a second. I want to go out to Janae because I know Janae, this was your first trip, correct?
Yes.
And every time I saw you guys, it looked like you were having an extra special good time.
Yeah. This was it's so funny because I got started in the business and I remember being at a B2B training probably like 3-4 months in, and like the Wands were there and they were like, you're going to Mexico. And I was like, oh, okay. Like I thought it was a joke. I was just like, haha, I didn't know about leaderboards or any of those things. And Michelle, you can attest to it because that's my big sis. I was calling her like just for help with getting to certain ranks and numbers, and we breaking out the calculator and all this kind of stuff. But I had no idea, honestly speaking, I had no idea about those trips. Like I didn't know that the work I was putting in would get me to that point. So it wasn't until like it actually, like when people were like, yo, you're really going. I was like, that's crazy. Like, how did I, what?
Did you have a passport?
Oh, I've always had a passport. I'm from the Bahamas, bro.
Are you really? I didn't know that. How did I not know that?
I don't know.
The Bahamas? You're from the Bahamas?
Yeah, that's where my
I
family.
thought you were like born and bred in the Bronx.
Yeah, I'm Bronx born and raised, of course, but like my whole family lives there. I mean, I'm always going back and forth.
Okay. Well, I just learned something new. I did not know.
No one's here at all. Like no one.
It's just us. We're just talking.
Or
Okay, so you know what? I guess what was something on the trip that you like didn't expect? It was like, whoa, they do this here, or like maybe I don't know.
I don't know. I'm kind of like this is not my first like all inclusive trip, if you will.
Mhm. Okay.
I think I don't know. It was kind of amazing to just see like the entire TMV and just the company itself, but really just see everyone together in person. Because like as you know, Michelle was saying, like I'm always seeing people via Zoom. I've never met anyone really, you know. So it's like, wow, these guys are real. Like, okay, everything they're saying in the Zooms, it's like it's actually a fact. This is cool.
Yeah.
You know, I almost like I don't know, like I'm kind of like tripping over my words because it's still so like I can't believe it's real. Like I can't believe I'm back here. This is crazy. The fact that we're home, you know.
Yeah.
I'm still taking it in, if that makes sense.
Right.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah.
Bhavin, so I mean, I know you've been on a bunch of trips. One trip you got a shirt stolen. That guy's still out there running around somewhere.
Yeah. Somewhere in Georgia, I think.
If I see him. All right, so let's just address the elephant in the room. Bhavin claims that I stole his shirt in Jamaica.
No, in Cabo.
We did.
In Cabo. Oh, was it Cabo? Okay,
Yeah.
it was in Cabo. Now I don't.
In my defense, I was at the pool hanging out with the Samaniegos, and Paula and Chris and Josh was there, and we were getting ready to leave to go, or grabbing our stuff to leave to go get ready for dinner. And I grabbed my stuff and like, I'm missing a shirt. So I'm walking around, you know, dripping wet. I think I borrowed somebody's towel because I couldn't find my towel either. And I just come to realize that my shirt is missing. And Chris had said, I don't mean to put him on the spot if he's on here, but he said, I think Josh might have picked it up by mistake.
Yeah, let's definitely blame it on Chris.
Yeah, good idea. It's Chris's fault.
You can't trust him.
No, not at all. That's Chris Miller for guys that are on here.
Chris Miller on Facebook.
Yeah.
Christopher Miller, actually.
Christopher Miller, husband of Paula out of Santa Clarita, California.
Not that we're.
I mean, just drop his social security number, his address while we're at it.
Might as well.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. Hang on. Here's his phone number. 1 second. No. He. My wife did get beat by, or my wife beat him down we had a race down the slide and she won. So if just throwing that out there, not that matters, but and Jess says must have been a dress shirt. It wasn't. I mean, it was just a white t-shirt. You know.
I wonder how you know that.
From what you said.
Oh, okay.
From what you said. So we're all right. So for everybody that didn't go, right? Like I want to. What was your guys' room setup look like? 'Cause I am maybe I should go first. I'm not sure, but like my room was pretty ridiculous. I don't know about you guys.
I absolutely, well, you know, I had to do a little video shoot of the room because it was amazing. We had the hammock, we had a balcony that, you know, far away we could still see the water, the trees, you know, the water and the beach is my therapy. So that was amazing. As soon as we walk in, an amazing bed view, the jacuzzi. I was blown away by how the room was set up. It's very spacious. It was huge, and just the perfect view. I don't know. I don't know if you guys have anything else to say than that, but I loved it. The room was amazing.
Yeah. Did you guys have like a 1-story room or a 2-story room?
You're not about to sit here and tell me you had a 2-story room. If so, I'm about to be so jealous.
Yeah, I second that.
Yeah.
All right.
I had a 1-story, and I saw the 2-story in the Samaniegos room, which was cool because they had the 2nd story was it led to an outside patio, and then the jacuzzi hot tub was on the patio outside on the 2nd story. We had it in the room which was great. The room was sick. I thought the room was absolutely epic. But when I saw that, I was just like, dang it.
I second that, Bobbin. When Mr. Self posted his, he had an apartment building.
Oh my God.
So, I don't know if you can see this.
Is that your room?
That's the upstairs terrace, private terrace of my room.
I mean, so what are we, peasants? I'm trying to figure out how can I get there.
I was so jealous.
It's a shame that we could be spoiled to the point where we all had amazing rooms, and then next thing you know, you have something like that.
I mean,
To be fair,
Mr. Self could have filled everybody in his room. Everybody.
First of all,
did you guys see Carruthers' room? Brian Carruthers' room was just him and Melissa, and they had like 4 bedrooms in their room.
I'm like, wow, really?
I was just like, dude, I could have stayed with you guys a couple extra nights, had nice views and everything.
Right? So to be fair, like I walked in, I was like, oh, the room's, I mean, it's nice. It's got a king. It's, I mean, it's not the biggest room I've ever stayed in. And then there's like this staircase by the bed.
Yeah.
And I was like, where does this go? And I, it's twirling around. I'm walking around and, go out on the terrace, and I was like right at the beach, and hot tub, privacy hot tub. But it was quite nice.
I'll be honest, when I saw the Samaniegos room, so after I checked in, I went back over to their room, and I walked into the room, and I was about to tell Brandon and Emily, in my head, I was thinking, man, I got a way better room than you guys. Like, this room is not that great by any means. And then Jazzy, their daughter, was like, did you see the stairs that go up? I'm like, what are you talking about, stairs? So I see the same thing behind the bed. Dude, I went up to that second floor, and I just thought, oh my gosh, how do I get on that level? How do I earn that?
Yeah. Well, welcome, Mr. Hillman.
Hey, sir.
Yeah, did you just get back from Mexico like 5 minutes ago?
Probably so.
We're talking about our rooms. But so obviously, you haven't been in Legal Shield this long, so this is your first trip, correct?
Yes.
All right. Now I just got ahead of myself, and I was asking Janae. She's like, "Well, this is not my first all-inclusive. This is old news. I've had my passport forever." I'm like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realize." So what? I'm sorry, guys. So anyway, what was it like for you? Just kind of share, your experience. Not going on these before.
Let's put it this way. I vacationed a lot.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying you didn't.
No. What I'm saying is, my wife and I, like from the day we met, we made a pact that we was going to travel at least twice a year. And we've been places, right? Yeah. Anyway, I've never vacationed like this.
Okay.
I was telling somebody. All right. So we're all grown here, right? So I can have a candid conversation.
This is no one's actually listening. It's just us 5. This is the adult young pros, by the way.
Exactly. So listen, I told someone this today. I said, normally you drink based on your budget, right? In Mexico, I drank based on my tolerance. Right. Normally, you have 5 drinks and you start calculating in your head like, wait a minute, it's $15 per drink. That's $75. Yeah, I got to save some money for something else. Well, when it's free, you drink on your tolerance. So at 10 o'clock in the morning, when they came up to me and was like, "Do you want a drink?" I'm like, "Sure, why not?"
Yeah.
That was the best breakfast for me, a Jack and Coke.
Hey, Martavius, I'm not gonna lie. People was out there calling me Jerome Punch, Cherie.
So you guys are gonna make fun of me, I'm sure of it. We use all of our resort credits on a private cabana on the beach every day. And what's that?
I'm very much jealous. We caught ourselves trying to hustle 3 days out of the trip, trying to get on a reservation list to get a private cabana. And we never got it. So
yeah, we probably took the last one, and it came with a butler.
Room, to a cabana. What else did you get? A car?
Yeah, because and we would look down at all the people in their chairs and would just be like, peasants, mere peasants. And so we had our butler would come over, and this guy, his name was Alex. Got to know him well over 3 days. He was fantastic, and literally, like, if you blinked, he would bring you another drink. He'd bring you fresh ice.
To that, because when you and I were talking on the beach, he walked up. I ordered a drink. He gave me the drink. He came back like 2 minutes later. I was still sipping on it. It was a Crown Royal. He handed me another one, so I was double fisting. I was drinking one. The other one, the ice melted, so he took it back and brought me 2 more. I mean, I was just like, dude, I don't even know how I'm going to be standing up after this. I'm surprised I filmed that video with you, with the testimony.
Yeah. So
I honestly don't remember actually filming a lot of that video. I'm not gonna lie.
I went, shh.
I mean, just kidding.
It was a great video. Well, all right, now it's a party.
Josh, I'm about to head out in a second. I'm gonna leave you all with one joke. I had already posted it earlier.
Okay.
Out there. Just a warning: when you're traveling through the airport of Mexico, don't travel with handcuffs. So I was leaving.
Furry handcuffs.
I was leaving, and they were in my carry-on. I mean, where else would they be? I had some nice real handcuffs with fur. I love those cuffs. Anywho, the TSA girl, she wasn't really having a good day. So she went through my bag, and I wasn't too happy. She took my cuffs. I don't know what harm those could bring. And
she took them for her, sis.
I was this close to pulling out my real badge that I actually had, and my airport certification too. But I thought about it. I mean, there was no way for me to justify my handcuffs with fur, so I just kind of had to let them go. But I was having the trip was amazing till I got to the airport, and they took my cuffs. Okay, so for anybody who's watching, if this does air, please don't travel with cuffs to Mexico.
That's good to know, because I was gonna bring mine with me to Cabo, but now I probably won't.
Yeah.
So to piggyback off of why she had the cuffs for any young pros watching, it was a technique to be able to keep the prospects close.
In Mexico, sometimes you need your wrist.
They could have needed my help on a citizen's arrest. They're way more comfortable than regular cuffs.
Exactly.
Right.
Wow.
Okay.
So, I mean, you don't get these stories on a opportunity Zoom, you know what I mean, on a training call. Only on the Young Pro Showcase do you get to talk about furry cuffs and drinking Jack and Coke at 10 a.m. in Mexico.
So can I tell you, since she's telling her embarrassing story, I'm gonna tell you mine.
Oh, you guys, the floor is yours.
Wait.
So,
I'm stressed.
I gotta get all of I need to hear all of it. Go ahead, Martavia.
Okay. So now it's embarrassing to me. It might not be embarrassing to no one else. So, we vacation from Sunday to Thursday. I get back. I got a little one at home, so I stayed in the hotel until, COVID tested got back. Well, I'm going to be honest. When I walked into that hotel room and it didn't have stairs, I just thought it was so ghetto. I almost checked out. I was like, I can't live like this anymore. Where's my stairs to go up to the back? I even called down yo, y'all don't have a room with a balcony where I can just sit out and, listen to my, I'm gonna be honest. Legal Shield, y'all wrong for that. I can never stay in another hotel. I mean, let's be real. I can never stay in another hotel that doesn't have stairs, doesn't have a balcony with lawn chairs or what you call them, the spa chair.
Hammocks.
Yeah.
You know what?
We're
all sitting here. This is not fair, man. We didn't get stairs in our room. The only stairs I had were the one that were outside my room that led to the first floor.
Yo, listen. Be glad you didn't have stairs.
No, I know.
I had stairs 3 times.
Dang.
No, seriously. I don't know if it was the shoes or the alcohol. I went down the stairs 3 times. One time I was on Zoom showing the team the room, and all you heard was boom, 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 boom. I made sure the laptop didn't fall up.
I gotta stop you. I remember I saw and it's funny because Ariel was in the lobby with us that night. We were all just like chilling in the like the heaven spot.
Yeah.
And Mrs. Kelly,
So
Kelly,
real quick, so for everybody that doesn't, there's two sides. There was heaven, and
yeah,
then there was hacienda.
right.
So yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So basically, Mrs. Kelly, she does eyebrows, and my eyebrows, I was looking real homeless, like I was still singing on trains or whatever. So she was like, "Oh, just go to my room. My husband will open the door, and he'll give you the razor." And so
you
that
like the way I look right now? Like,
no, it says those are just permanently nice. Don't even try to do that to me because those is perfect. Anyway, because they weren't, they looked crazy. So I find myself trying to like get to the fourth floor, like to a specific room, and I couldn't find the room. So I was walking around, I was sweating at this point because I'm hot, you know, and then I was like, all right, cool. I found the room. Now there's room service. So you put there's trays of food that people leave outside. And there's a silver thing that you pick up first to get to the plate, right? Y'all, Martavius, that's not funny. So I'm trying to get to the room and I see this raccoon, but I'm trying to tell you that the raccoon was a human being because they're supposed to walk on all fours, yes? He was standing up like, let me open up. Oh, there's food in here? All right, cool. He sees me, look at him, and he looking at me. I turned around, he walking towards me. I turned around the other way. His cousin over there like, oh, what's up? So I ran away without getting the razor. And then,
No, she didn't do that for her justice.
listen, I had on a button-down shirt, the white shirt. I lifted up my arm. It was just it was wet spots. Like I was, my anxiety levels were crazy. So then I said, okay, you know what? These are obstacles. Just like I face obstacles in my business. I'm on the finish line.
Yo,
So it was a total of 3 of them, and then someone tried to tell me that it was like a what is it, a lemur or something like that?
like a lemur. Oh,
No,
that's what they
honey,
were.
it wasn't that. They were trying to take my life that night. Okay,
They're really big. They are really big.
yes, they are. And I had to run all the way down the stairs to go circle around just to come back up to 5 steps away where I was originally supposed to go to get the razor. Came back, I was sweating, Mr. Self. Everybody was looking like, what happened? I was like, yo, like I'm hysterical, and they all laughing at me. I was like, that's terrible. Why would y'all laugh at me?
Do you have PTSD? You need to take some time off.
I did have to take a little break. I'm from the Bronx. The Bronx is like Raccoon City. And the only reason why I had like PTSD for real, because I remember waiting for the bus in the Bronx once. I had this empty water bottle. I used to play basketball, so I shoot the water bottle in the garbage. I'm like, oh, bang. One person, right? I'm calling them people. One of them came up and was like, who did that? In my house. About 6 of the raccoons came out. 6 raccoons came out when I was still in New York. And they was walking. They weren't on, they were people, okay? People. So you mean to tell me I get out there to Riviera Maya and they try to attack me again? And all I was trying to do was get a razor. But I did my eyebrows, okay? Got
They
it done.
look good.
They
No,
look
thank
they
you.
look great.
That was my story, y'all. I was scared.
yo. No, when Miss Tucker finally got back to us, the way she was breathing, like me and Misty Hills, we was way on the other side. We heard her breathing from way on the other side.
I cannot.
Oh, yeah, no.
I-
So I
Yeah,
will say,
and-
I just cut my band off yesterday. I
No,
totally
you
forgot
didn't.
it was on, and I was kind of bummed out. It didn't let me into like some secret doors when I got back, but
Yeah. Like, family, real quick, I just really want to justify what was happening. When you saw the lemurs, that makes sense that they were lemurs, but everybody was looking at them like, what are those? Like, and I felt so ignorant, y'all. I was like, I have not had enough exposure. I have not had enough culture, but animals were coming for you and your food and your drinks. Like, we have pictures of iguanas eating people's whole meal.
did you see? I don't know what they're called. My sister knows what they're called. They're like, the front of it is a rat and the back of it is like a bunny, a rabbit.
Yes, that's what I saw. I was like, what?
And they're
Are they
huge.
brown?
Yeah.
Is it like not
I
sriracha?
called it a chiquita.
It was sriracha.
It's something with an S. I'm gonna look it up because y'all trying to
No,
play.
I
wanna
think I
share
got
this
it.
with y'all. So
Oh,
this
God.
trip, is different from other trips because usually we have like a meeting or a breakfast where everybody sees each other, everybody can connect. You're like, okay, where are you at? What side are you on? So this trip, you kind of just felt like you were floating and you're messaging your people to figure out where your people are. But I did not know where my babies were. Like, I did not know where Janae Cherie Tucker and Dia Malay were. So one night, I'm outside of my room, and this is the creep in me, y'all. Because I'm like, where are my people? So I see Martavius the first day. I see Ballin. I see Josh. So I'm like, I got my Joshy Washy. I got my Ballin. I got my Martavius. But I still have not seen my babies. So I'm outside, ready to go down to the lobby. And I hear the crazy vocals. And you know, my ear goes, that's my baby. So I'm in the hallway, literally slow walking, creeping to people's doors like, is that my baby? Nope. It's not coming from here. And I'm going to everybody's door. Finally, I'm like, there goes my Dia. And I'm knocking on their door. And it's so wild, family. Like, when I found their room, I was so happy. But I'm telling you, I looked crazy through the hallways for like 3 doors. I was like, and I did not care. But it was a beautiful, beautiful trip. And Dia had her birthday on that trip.
Oh, was it? I didn't know.
It was her
Yeah,
birthday on that trip. And
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
telling you, it was a beautiful birthday, like, to have. Like, it was one of the most beautiful resorts. But I was excited to see us. I think that what was so beautiful about this trip is when you are in your 20s, 30s, right? Going into your 40s even, because young pros, we have a range. But how many trips can you say you go, you travel with your friends, you travel with your family, it's all on a company dime, and you get to chill. This trip, we really got to like chill the entire time, which was so dope. But my favorite part was,
you know, I think was cool, like what you just said. We got to chill a lot, which was cool, but the excursions were sick.
So I haven't talked to anybody that like we were bums. So I don't even know what.
No, the excursion. Well, so my thing is, even in Cabo, I did this too, because if I don't have a +1, I usually give it to Brandon Samaniego so he can take one of his daughters. And so I'll hang out with them. So in Cabo, you know, we flew out together. So we did this in Cancun when we got in on Sunday. After we checked in, when we got back to the room, like around 8 or 9 at night, the very first thing we did was we ordered literally everything on the room service menu. So we had about 30 trays delivered. We had the guy on the other end of the phone and the guy that was delivering the food could not believe. He thought that he was like, oh, I'm bringing you more food now. Like, he was genuinely confused at how much food he was bringing to us. And when, you know, that was exciting. I love that because we were like, what desserts on the menu? Cheesecake, flan, this, order them all. Bring all the desserts. We want 2 pizzas, 4 burgers, nachos.
You get a pizza. You get a burger.
Yeah, you get a pizza. You get a burger. That was the real thing.
Those burgers are amazing at 2:30 in the morning.
Those burgers hit the spot. They hit the spot. But you know what was sick about this one was I think that I love to eat. So I think my biggest thing was all the dessert, all the steaks, all the everything. The food was incredible, but on the excursions, we did the swimming with the dolphins. We did the zip line and the snorkeling in a cave and the ATV. I didn't do the zip line because a third of the way up, I looked up and I said, "You mean we got to go higher?" And he said, "Yeah." I literally froze on there. And it took me 10 minutes before I could move, and I turned around and I walked back down. It was too high for me. And but one of the coolest experiences we did was they had this private at the Hard Rock. They had a private steak and lobster dinner on the beach.
Yeah.
At sunset, which was, I mean, dude, you guys, that was so unbelievably amazing to be like, that's an environment where you would, a guy would propose to a girl. Like that was the setup, right? And, I mean, it's Brandon, his wife, me, and their daughter. And that was just an incredible, the food was so good. I recommend if you guys ever go, if anybody that's on here ever goes back to the Hard Rock in Riviera Maya, do the steak and lobster dinner on the beach. That was just ridiculous.
So real quick, and I want to poll our viewers, right? So whether if you're on YouTube or Facebook, I want to see what everybody's guess is, and I'll go to you guys, right? Type in the chat if you would. Where are we going next, right? Where would you want to go on the next Legal Shield trip, right? So we've gone to Jamaica, we've gone to Cabo, Bahamas, we've done some Dominican Republic in the past. So where should we go next, right? We'll tally them up. We'll take them directly to Jeff Bell.
I want to go to Bahamas.
Wait,
Bahamas.
Mr. Lockhart said it, not the young pro. That was all Joshua Lockhart. Not the young pro.
Unless it's a great idea, then it came from us.
Right.
Yeah.
What does it say on the top of the screen? It says Young Pros.
Yeah, and then the first name is Joshua Lockhart.
Exactly.
Let me
He's
see.
my SMVP for the young
See what just happened? See what just happened?
Hey, I'm the baby. I'm the youngest. I don't know what's going on.
I'm just gonna put me over here furthest away from that side over there.
Oh man.
I can't.
All right, so Costa Rica. Ooh, that's a good one. Karima says Costa Rica, Punta Cana. Yeah, that was good. Ghana.
Dolphins.
So if anybody knows Will Dadsey, he just spent 3 weeks in Ghana.
It says Josh Lockhart is live now.
Ray, we don't need. I asked for Ray's help. He's like, I don't got you. And as soon as he can throw me under the bus, he's there. Appreciate it, brother. All right. So where
That's
would
my
you?
accountability partner, by the way.
That's the problem.
Oh, I
That's the
can
problem.
tell you guys. I went snorkeling for the first time, and it was so embarrassing because I swim under specific measures when I have to. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
That's not funny, Mr. Lockhart. That's not funny. Yeah, drink your water.
That's not water.
Oh, you brought Mexico back. Okay, let's leave you there. Let's leave you you right there. You stay right there. So I basically, right, everybody has these floaties on, right? But the floaties aren't, they're not inflated. But I have on a floatie.
You stop it.
It's a huge floatie. So I'm like, what would give them the idea that I need this one? So I get in the water and it was crazy, right? The snorkel, the thing you got to put in your mouth, then the thingy that goes up. I was under the water, but for some reason, and it's really, really stupid what I'm gonna say, but for some reason, I know that it's supposed to go in your mouth, but I ended up talking under the water. Like my girl, she had the phone under, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna pretend to swim. I'm gonna pretend to, do this for Instagram because social media, you got to look a certain type of way. So I was like, babe, but the water, like everything, I was like, right, came up. I was like, yo, this can't be real. Like, this can't be real. I can't lose my life out here in Mexico. Like, and then the dude, his name was Alejandro, but he told me to call him Alex, right? So he was just through with me the whole time. He was just through. Everywhere I went, I looked to my left. Here he is with the floaty thingy, like, here. And I was like, yo, like, I'm grown, but I really wasn't grown, y'all. Like, I was literally struggling. And it wasn't until like the last 5 minutes of the whole excursion that I was really getting it. So I just wanted to let y'all know.
You are a whole liability for that. They was like,
no. This has none of
This is why we sign waivers.
No. Look. The floaty, listen, in my mind, I had on 16 floaties. I had floaties on my ankles, my arms, my wrists, everything. Like I was protected and covered by the blood of Jesus. But it was just so funny, just me being outside of my body. I was looking at myself, like pretending to see like outside the box, and it was just so ignorant. Ariel, it was the most ignorant thing I've ever seen in my life. Like they gave us the flippers, but then when you go under the water, I really saw like Finding Nemo. Like I saw Dory, I saw a couple of people from the.
Oh, those fish
Yeah.
were the real thing. So they had all these fish where we were standing, bobbing when we were, standing, and you had to have a drink, and he had to leave, and they would just come up and they would just hit you, just boom, right? And freaked me out one time, and I looked down once, and there was this fish just like right here in the water, just looking at me. Wait, I think he was waiting for me to drop some food.
What did it do to you?
Nothing. He was just like waiting for me
What did he
to.
do to you?
Nothing. He didn't do anything.
I'm over here nervous. I was like, what happened next?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say I did. So I got my wallet lost or stolen. Somebody in Charlotte tried to, get some stuff out of the vending machine. So that did happen. And I also
My bad, Josh. I'm gonna give you your wallet back, okay?
Yeah,
I
I just need the driver's license. The cards are canceled, but
they weren't when I used them.
correct for $2.50.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is where you click the green button on your ID shield and get a licensed private investigator to do whatever it takes for as long as it takes to restore the identity back to pre-theft status. Back to you.
If it takes 2 weeks, 2 months, or 2 years, they got it. Yeah. So no, I met this guy, random guy. He was walking around the pool, and his name's Jason, and he was like super duper drunk. And we ended up talking to him, and he actually lives in my town and goes to the gym that I go to. And he has nothing to do with Legal Shield, just some random guy. So I saw him in the gym this Monday or yesterday. I was like, Jason. He's like, he didn't remember who I was. He didn't know who we were. He didn't remember talking. And so he was there with his wife. And my wife talked to him, and she said something like, "Oh, who are you with here?" And he goes, "My ladies." So we see him at the gym, and he goes, "Yeah, I was there with my wife." And my wife, she goes, "That's not what you said. That's not what you said. You said you were there with your ladies." And he just like the poor guy. I was like, leave the guy alone.
I can hear your wife saying that. I can hear her saying that. Like, I'm gonna say exactly what you said.
Right. So. Anyway, guys, yeah. Let's wrap this up. So here we are, 2021, where we went to we didn't really get to go anywhere last year. We got to hang out here in Atlanta. That was fun.
Mm-hmm.
That was fun, and we had Mexico. So hopefully we're gonna be hanging out in St. Louis. Yeah.
I'm excited.
Me as well.
Yeah, they gotta get the helicopters with the Lysol helicopters to just sanitize the air.
First of all, were y'all in the lobby when they came through with the leaf blower of sanit? Like they were sanitized.
No way.
One night we literally closed out the lobby one night, and because when the bar's about to close, you just do a bulk order of liquor so that you can make it through. No, is that just me? Okay, so we like
right on the ice, right.
3 Long Islands. 4 mojitos. It's like it's 2 of y'all. 4 mojitos, 3 Long Islands, 2 glasses of red. We good. So we close out the lobby, and out of nowhere, we hear, and we're like, what is that? But we look around. We feeling good. We look around. We're like, okay, I don't see nothing. So we just let it rock. They get to the first floor. They took a leaf blower type of ordeal with sanitization type of spray, and they're going through the entire lobby. And we're like, okay, it's time for us to leave. But y'all, I felt so safe. I was like, I ain't ever getting COVID in Riviera.
They'll just blow it.
Yeah, it was the best.
By far the best trip ever. The people at the market, that buffet, they were like, she's here again. I was just like, look, different hats, like.
Can I get that same drink that I had?
I will say this has probably been the best performance club trip I have been on.
Yeah.
With everything there, everything that we were able to do. I know, I love to work out. So when I saw the gym at Riviera Maya at the Hard Rock, I honestly damn near was like, I found my home. Like they had a squat rack, they had barbells. I mean, it was literally like being in heaven for me. I was
checking. I was like, so how much do we need to make per day to stay here?
What's that?
How much per day do we need to make just to stay here?
No. Here's the funny thing. So I was flying back. It was me, the San Diegos, and Sean and Lauren Michael. And Sean was trying to convince Lauren to stay an extra 5 days because everybody we were talking to was staying extra days. Chris and Paula, Daniel Fong, everybody.
We went in a day early.
What's that?
We went in a day early.
Yeah, see, I wanted to stay. So we were on the way to the airport trying to convince them, hey, let's just move our flights a couple days forward because we had the insurance, and let's stay a few more days. Because at the airport, Sean and Lauren basically didn't go with us to the terminal. They went straight to the airline desk and moved their flight for 5 days out. And just so happens they're still there right now because they extended another 5 days. Dude, I'm telling you guys, I mean, if you've never been on a Legal Shield trip, for everyone that's watching in right now, work your butt off because the trips are unreal. Like, I've traveled a lot before, like many of you. There is nothing like traveling with the Legal Shield family, and you don't have to pay for anything. I'm telling you guys, this trip was just absolutely, this is hands down one of my top, I'd say top 3 of trips I've ever taken in my life. This trip was incredible.
Just to piggyback off what you're saying, because maybe someone is sitting there like, well, how can I, get access to this trip? There's 2 more days left. Just to get I'm a world-class promoter and a professional problem solver. So I'm just tapping in real quick. 2 more days to get 3 family plans, right? $150 in premium and 2 recruits between now and the 14th by midnight Central Time. You have the opportunity to get your name in a drawing to win one of the Cabo trips. So if you're watching this, there's Zooms going on. Just get back with your success coach or whoever is in your lineage
or just go to youngprochat.com, jump in the chat. We got you covered. What's that?
You giving away trips?
I meant for the Zooms and the support.
Oh yes.
Oh, Josh, come on, man.
Let me get in there.
Yeah, Josh is giving away trips.
Yes,
Oh.
Mr. You was talking about talking to Jeff.
Whoops, and Janae's gone. I don't know where she went.
What did you do with Janae?
Hey, listen.
Can I just share real quick on Janae what you just said?
What's up?
I want, for those that are watching in, like you said, how can I qualify for the trips? The very first Performance Club trip I qualified for was when we went to, I think it was Las Vegas, like 4 years ago or 3 years ago or whatever it was. It was the last day of the qualification, and it was the last, I think, 4 hours before the qualification ended. And I basically had given up. I was like, you know what? There's no way I'm going to qualify. I mean, I was number 150 out of 150. And if number 151 sold, if Legal Shield had a $1 plan and that person sold a $1 plan, I would have been kicked off the leaderboards. So I was like, there's no way I'm going to make it. I mean, I don't even know who to call. And I'll never forget David Guidro, 6-figure ring earner in Alabama. He's not part of my support team by any means. He called me and said, bro, you're number 150. And he called me out of the blue. He didn't have to call me. And so anyways, he had a quick conversation with me, and that belief that he poured into me that night, I ended up going and marketing. I think it was like 4 identity theft plans, and I recruited somebody with a membership. So that point allowed me to, it opened my belief in myself to say, hey, if I can do it once, I can do it again, and I can do it again, and I can do it again. And, I mean, I'll be honest with you guys. I'm not on the leaderboards for Cabo. I did fall off the leaderboards, but I'm not giving up on it because anything can happen. I mean, we can all go out today and tomorrow and sell those 3 memberships, recruit those 2 people, if we just believe that we can do it and put the action behind it. And having that belief in somebody who makes no money off of what I do, having him tell me, look, you can do it, I believe in you, gave me that belief in myself in the last 4 hours to qualify for that trip. And again, that conditioned me to remind me that, hey, I can do it if I set my mind to it. So for all of you that are on here that have never been on a trip, or if you're not on the leaderboards or whatever the case is, look, every single one of us right now can go out and get our name in the drawing. You never know who's going to get called. You never know what they're going to do. They might bump it up with the number of drawings that they do. You don't know. None of us know. So I'm telling you all right now, somebody on here is going to say, well, I don't know if I can do it because I only got 2 days left. Somebody else is going to be on here saying, you know what? I can do it because I still have 2 days. I've got the time to get it done. So go out there, get it done. Don't let anybody, don't even let yourself tell you that you can't do it. By our belief, just like I bought David Guidro's belief, by Josh's belief, by Janae's belief, by Ariel's belief, by my belief in you, we can all freaking celebrate in Cabo together. And I think it's going to be great to have all of us there. So that's just what I wanted to share with you guys.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And so, you know, maybe for anybody that's watching, maybe tag a teammate that needs to hear this. Maybe they need some inspiration for the next 2 days to get it done. Share this. You can just text somebody, youngproshowcase.com. It'll take them right to this on YouTube because we're streaming to YouTube as well. And just, you know, like Bob had said, right? Just spread the belief. So with that said, we're going to end it there. I actually have another appointment, as I'm sure you guys have stuff going on as well. But we'll be back next week at right here, same time, 6 p.m. Eastern, Tuesday, every single week on the Young Pro Showcase. Janae, Ariel, Bob, and appreciate you guys. We'll see. What is it? Tuesday. We'll see everybody tomorrow night on the all new Young Pro Zoom for our training call. We'll see you guys.